Hey there, Sagittarius. This is Joy with Joy the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe right down below. It is free as always. And anytime you would like to know when I post new videos, make sure you ring the bell out beside it and you'll be notified. Also, share because you care. Circulate these videos, baby. It helps the algorithm. Anytime you give it a thumbs up, you save it to a playlist, you share with a friend, whether they click on it or not, it does begin to circulate these more to reach people who are out there on YouTube, whatever, where, and wherever, whenever. Okay, maybe even Santa Claus will click up on it. I don't know. Don't hate. Don't hate. Now, Sagittarius, y'all tune in to these videos, friend. I've got very strong Sagittarius placements. It's in my 12th house. That's also where my Neptune is, and I am Sagittarius rising. So I definitely go back and take a listen to these. And you are saying something quite interesting. You're talking about you are caught between a rock and a hard place. And I'm like, it ain't a rock and it ain't hard. Now, I'll have to sit back and eat these words too. So just you bear that in mind. But it's between the Emperor and the Hermit. The Emperor and the Hermit. Being seen and known by everybody. Everybody is gonna know. I mean, we talk about Aries energy, talk about forthcoming, talk about, goldenness glow, you talk about, red power color. It is seen by all, like that. And then we have the Hermit. You're like, nah, just take my little time. I'll put in my little jar like a little firefly. I'm gonna take my wishes, my dreams, and just carry it around with me. Let me tell you, baby. You are the answer to other people's prayers. You are part of the picture of the big scope of life, Sagittarius. Let me write that down. Big picture. Thank you for your patience. All right. But that's you. It's time to sorry, y'all got the cars of hair going on today. We had another hurricane trying to come our way and blew it off, go the other way, but still messing with my hair. So caught between that and this. This is where you've been. This is what you're comfortable with. And you're like, I don't mind coming to the forefront for the case of the world, for other people, for philosophy, for life, for finding out about them and sharing viewpoints and things. But to come forward in authority and power, that's a little too firm for me. That's a little too committed, too confirmed. And you're like, I don't know how I feel about all that. See, I see that it can be fantastic. I see that it has very much of this empowering, calming, cooling, soothing energy. At the same time that it contains the reflection of the stars, and not just like mere reflection, carries the image of the stars within it. But I don't quite know totally how I feel about that yet. I'm still working on it. You got a little time. That full moon comes on Friday, I think. And then we're turning the tide from there. Okay, so this is sweeping in. This is flying in to get you. Okay, it is time. It is time to join the game of life. No more having to be played or being the player. This is about living free. Live free or die. That's what you got going on. And you can be alive and still be dead. It sucks. It's like eternal death. It sucks. You get locked out of your dreams. You get locked out of your hopes. It's just all through the blood, sweat, and tears. It's talking about red magic and eagle coming in like, I've seen it. I had a higher view. Let me just bring that viewpoint, this kaleidoscope eye, this eye of life down to you to afford you your dreams and the potential, the action potential to come on in. Because this is like the potential when it converts to clouds, they're telling me, is moving it into the action potential. Okay. It puts it into the cycle of life. Evaporation, precipitation, condensation. It joins the cycle and circuit of life. And that's what the Emperor's wanting to know something about. He's holding it in his hand. Divining eye. I'm talking about scraping clean the dust of some old town. There are places you've tried for a while where you haven't been received, and you're like, that's part of the magic, that's part of the word, that's part of the philosophers helping people along their way. And that's also very much the Aries energy too. Here, I see it, so you should go, you should go. There's a lot of that, but let me tell you, life is trying to impress this on you. Okay? This is for you to receive. This is a gift of knowledge, an impression, a hallmark, a stamp, a fingerprint, a signature, your signature of yourself. All right. So the decks are prepared and ready to go. So I'm just going to whip coming in from the body. The authenticity. The flow and connection. You know how to do the soul connection through the eyes. You know how to read minds. Oh, y'all, let Let me get through your read before my battery dies. You know how to read minds. And not only that, you know how to convey truths through there. So it's no longer having to labor and to work like that and to, to insist, to teach, to show that type of energy going on. It's actually much like this. That challenging communication, trying to get on the same perspective, the same lingo, the same point of view. This bypasses and surpasses it all. This part of your gifting. It's part of your individual gifting of that ability you have to return someone to themselves. Just through a look, through an acknowledgement, and you're telling me to find a soul card. I see one sticking out here. Why are you hiding? Come on now. Oh, because of mosaic. It's part of the bigger picture. Remember how you're like, no, I'm gonna just draw one back here. What's it? And I'll be like, what is on that card, Joy? And they're like, bring it into focus. Bring it into scope. Bring it into the lens, into the eye where others can see what your soul contains. Because it's when they look in your eyes that their energy returns to them. Hope returns to them. It's easy. It's effortless. And easy doesn't bypass necessary. Because at this channel, I do not believe in shortchanging you in any way, shape, or form. Everything that you should go through is necessary. Okay? But what we do leave out is the fluff and buff, that extra. So this is moving you on into the 18, the mosaic. Let chance play its creative role in your life. So they're saying, give us a chance. Life is asking you. Divine eye, life itself is asking you, give it a chance. Give it a chance, all right? Let us recreate you in our image. That doesn't mean you're going to totally change and transform. No, it just means they're going to take that star, going to put it right down inside of you, and you are going to radiate like the sun, but with a different purpose here. It's not going to be all down below. It's not going to be cloudy. It's not going to be obscured. It's going to be forthright and forthcoming. That's the Aries energy that it's traveling in. Okay, so with that, you've got one more card wanting to speak down here. 21, protection, lioness. This is this card. Remember we're talking about your star? Remember over here how he has that position in his hand? Do you see? This is when these two come together. This is you. This is you in your authority, power, and leadership. This is you in like returning the divine order. You cast yourself across the room as like the example, not the one to be looked up to, because that makes you nervous, that makes you bothered. It's not that, Sagittarius. It's not that. You're very unassuming, that's for sure. You're very unassuming. But it has to do with your eyes. It kind of like when people speak, an echo can bounce and move. Your eyes actually carry an energy. They carry a sound, a penetration that literally, the light of the stars, the light of the heavens, it's energy is contained in heat, light, or motion. Well, yours contain all three. They contain heat, the power of life. They carry light, the power of life. And they carry motion because it is genuine. It is real. You're certifiable. Okay? What cards? Ooh, baby, we got one hanging out. This is the uncommon tarot coming in. Do you see this one hanging out over here? I don't know what it is, but you want the one on the bottom as well. Let's see what's up. There are a couple of cards wanting to speak here. So this is what is going on. The one that is leaning up first is the one we're going to talk to. Now, to me, this is the Chariot card, but this is very much following in the energy of the Emperor as well as the world. So the ruler of your world. You're like, ooh, that, I kind of like the sound of that, because if I were in charge of the world, I would change a few things. And let's find out, what would you change, Sagittarius? What would you change? April announcement. April. Cherry. You'd make the world cheerful, because to me cherry blossoms are cheerfulness, and it has to do with like April showers bring May flowers. It's that if it's necessary, yes, you're reiterating that type of mantra, that type of energy, but what is doing away with the unnecessary in order to bring in the joy, the ringing of the bells, the clarity, the freedom, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, the camaraderie, because that is so much of what this card talks about. See all that dusting? You don't have to have concern, because when you step into this, remember this is the merging of these two, okay? So when you commit and you allow You allow this truth to become the heart of who you are, because it actually is. You stop obscuring it. All right. You let it come forward and be for the world and yourself. Yourself first. Okay. That's what they're asking you to do here. That then it brings together the world, the accolades, the plum, the applause, those type of things. It's not going to be all directed at you. I mean, look how peaceful and solemn your environment is. You're in this amazing, we can call it a tomb of wisdom. It's an underpassage. It's moving through the channels of the knowledge, but it's very peaceful, very serene. And in a sense, it kind of is obscure because you stepping into your power also provides you protection. It affords you that. It affords you, your knowingness affords you a form of anonymity. It's like just being able to travel on through with way less struggle and trauma. And that's what he is talking about here. And it lights up the heart of the world. And they begin to see each other because of it. When their eyes transform in seeing you, then they begin to see each other and love begins to spread around the world. And that opens up this. They're just laid down here in a pile, so we're going to take them as they come. That awakens this, the Three of Cups. Can you imagine camaraderie and community? Isn't that what you've been living for, Sagittarius? Can you imagine the true blue friendships that even occur within families, that families aren't anymore like, oh my God, I've got to go see my family. It's so blah. No, it's literally from the hearth to the home, to the streets, to the byways, to the highways, all the way through the magic of love in life, like the compassion overtakes the world and love is exalted. Love is exalted. People think before they speak. They treat others the way they want to be treated. Wow. And they have a true sense of self. That's what you're talking about with this Two of Cups, a true sense of self. They don't have to take their power, their strength from another. Some people gain their strength and their position by stepping on the backs of others or by taking from others. Like they have to diminish another in order to feel important. It's so crazy, y'all. To feel important or worthy or of notoriety. In this case, it isn't. You know who you are. You've been through the full transformation. You've awakened your eternal love. You've come through, I mean, this is like peony, the fragrance, the deliciousness, this bounty, abounding, and fullness of fragrance, like your whole face lights up, your whole beauty lights up when y'all see each other. And this is reciprocated. I say it's return also because it is that it creates that cycle, that full movement, that turning of it, that full on connection, that it has all the flavors of life going on is what you're talking about. And with that, we have the Ace of Swords. I love the Ace of Swords because to me, it ain't about managing your mind and knowing your mind and great ideas. It means reward. That's right. Reward, because this has been the genuine desire of your heart. This is your heart. And this heart of yours is going to be placed into your crown. Into your crown. I love it. I love it. Bringing forth divine beauty, bringing forth the new ideas that love is real, that everyone is important. And remember, it's not through words or places where people can argue about those things, you know, because they can't be on the same page, right? Where it's having to navigate and negotiate that. No, it just opens up this whole new eye, looking through the eyes of love. Making that soul connection with, hey, everybody wearing masks. It's a good time to make that eye connection. I'm like, woo, people finally joining my world. They're having to look in each other's eyes. And I'm like, straight up, straight on. Bring in the love, Sagittarius. I'm glad you're the bringer of the love. I'm glad you're the one with the kaleidoscope eyes. I know you can do it. Remember to leave comments down below and let me know how you are coloring our world with love. I love you so much. Talk soon. Bye.